Hi, it's Wren. Welcome to A Wren's Tale. Today I'm bringing you two oracle decks by Joanna Nelson, the Catland Oracle and Return to Catland Oracle. Let's dive in. If you're familiar with the Monstero Tarot, then you are familiar with the artist behind the Catland Oracle decks. These two decks can be used on their own or combined to make one larger deck. On their own, they each contain 45 cards measuring 3¼ by 5½ inches, and you can combine the two decks to make one larger 90-card deck. Let's take a look at the boxes. Both come in hard shell magnetic closure boxes. Here's the back of the Catland deck and the side. And here we have the same closure, the back of the Return to Catland deck, and the side. The insides are similar, but a little different. Notice the artwork is just a little different. They both come with wonderfully written guidebooks by Trish Sullivan. She writes all of Joanna Nelson's guidebooks. We will get into those a little bit later. I wanted to show you the card backs. The card backs are designed so that you can use these two decks together. They're identical. The artwork is beautiful. You see little fish bones in there, little lemniscates, little hearts. We have little cat paw prints. They're a stunning purple color. And the differences on the front of the cards, in case you want to combine your deck and then separate it at a later date, the Catland deck has a banner in white. The Return to Catland deck has a banner in black. So once they're combined, if you want to separate them, you can easily do so without having to consult the guidebook. Let's look at both of the guidebooks real quick. Now the Catland guidebook welcomes you to Catland. We have an artist statement by Joanna Nelson, getting to know your Catland Oracle deck, a single card draw, and she has a 3-card draw spread that was designed for this deck that covers Mindscape, Challenge, and Manifestation. And then the rest of the book goes into the card meanings. Each card has a few keywords, a couple paragraphs, and a statement about each card. In the Return to Catland Oracle deck, we have a little welcome, an introduction, getting to know your deck, a single card draw, a different 3-card draw called What Lurks Below the Surface. And then we go into the cards. Again, we have keywords, a statement about each card, and then a few paragraphs explaining the card. We'll do some pulls once we go through the decks so you can see more about these guidebooks. Let's look at the cards themselves. Let's start with the Catland Oracle deck. Now, if you are a cat lover and you love cats with sass and attitude, this is the deck for you because they scream attitude, including the very first card. But before we dive into that, I just want to show you, if you have the Monstero Tarot deck, or if you have the Cosmo Beings Tarot deck, these pair beautifully with both of those decks. So don't be afraid to mix and match your decks. let's get into the oracle cards. Just for size comparison, this is your standard plaid back Rider-Waite Smith deck. And you can see the Catland Oracle is significantly wider and longer. They are constructed of a 350 GSM cardstock, so they are pretty substantial. Beautifully made, beautiful matte finish. And they're one of my favorite oracle decks. Let's go through these cards. We have attitude, because all cats have attitude. I love the daisy coming off the top of the head and the little snail on the side. Ball of energy with this sweet little kitten. You know how cats always get the zoomies. Celebrate. Love the little party hat and the little butterfly bow tie. City kitty. Love the backgrounds. We have the little townhouses in the back and on the ears. The cosmos. Love how the ears are blowing. Create. I can picture quite a few cats. If they could, they would draw on the walls. I think I even did that a time or two when I was a kid. Crystal Visions. Beautiful purple coloring. Dance. I love the ears on this one. They're definitely dancing. Dream Maker. Love the little creature on the top. Dreams, complete with a little paper boat in the sky. A little sea galaxy all around. Echo, echo. Love the fish bones and the little mouse on top. Electric Rainbow. Love the 80s vibe on this card. Entwined. We have lots of vines going around and the ears become vines. Little bird sitting on top. Evolve, complete with narwhals. Fishy Wishy, because you know all cats dream of fish. Fix You. I love the missing eye here. Gives this cat just a little more attitude. If you notice on this one, look at the tip of the tail. I love that little addition. Guidance. We have all sorts of sea creatures floating around. Hideaway. I think we all need a place to go to just get away from it all. Honey, honey, with some bees flying around. Inner monster, complete with the little monster on the tail. Justification. Uh-oh. We have some bird feathers flying around. What could have happened? Kitten senses, a little tarot spread. Labyrinth. I love that we have a horn going on here. I love that we have a warped harlequin background. Little guardians with a gargoyle. Masks. Love this little creature down here. And we have all these tiki lights. There's little masks and all these little bubbles on the side. Message, complete with a paper airplane. Night watchers, love the candles in the ears. I love the bug necklace. Nurture with a sweet hummingbird getting nectar from the flowers coming out of the ears. Love this collar. Paranoia. For all those nightmares and just the things we think are happening. Playtime. Love the little puppet on the tail. I like the little springy toys coming off the ears. Puppet Master with 3 kitten puppets. Release. I love the flowers. We have the heart up here and the fishbone. We have little flowers in the ears. Rendezvous. I like that both of these houses are leading into one. I like how we have a couple over here swinging and enjoying themselves. Shine time. I feel like this kitten is up to some mischief. Solitude, because sometimes we just want to be alone. Love the little puppet on the tail. And yes, you will hear me say I love a lot of things about these cards. Soul Captain, this is probably my favorite card in the deck. The ship in the background. I love the turbulence and the whole scenery in the background. We have another boat down here. We have Starlight with a hanging star here and a little fuzzball monster over here. Another one down in the corner. Sugar Sugar with lots of lollipops. Such a colorful, playful card. Tea Time. If you look at the tea bag, you'll see a little face there. And I like how the mice all have their little goldfish to nibble on. We have fish bones up here, a stunning moth over here. Even the steam coming off the coffee or the tea has an expression. So much detail. Telescope. And we have a bunny over here and a weather vane. We have a telescope. And we have a little animal over here. Twin souls, complete with a little dragon. Now our cat has little dragon wings on the side. Up a tree. This little kitten looks quite content. Village. Lots of little birds in the background, some happy clouds. I like the purple and blue mountains. And the bubbles. Weaving. We have a spider over here, and again we have some little bat wings coming off the side of the cat. Another cobweb here. And the wild thing. We have lots of little creatures. Reminds me of Little Shop of Horrors. We have the little man-eating plants on the side in here, some more down here. We have a spider, and we have lots of sass and attitude. And those are the cards in Catland Oracle. Before we go through the guidebook, shuffle, and do a pull on these, let me show you the cards in Return to Catland. So again, these are the same card backs as the other deck. And we start off with Ahoy There. We have our little mouse in its paper hat boat. And we have fish in the sky. We have ancestors, and we actually have the ancestors up here in the background toasting champagne. And if you look, let's turn these around. So you can actually see what the tarot cards are. We have the Page of Cups, the Four of Wands, and the Two of Cups. We have some community cards going on down here. We have Antsy with a little creature coming out from behind the cat's ear, and another one here holding onto its tail. Love the flowers. Bats in the Belfry. Love this card. We have the belfry over here, lots of bats. We have some cobwebs coming off of the whiskers. Bubble bath, lots of bubbles. Bugged, some sweet ladybugs. They always bring you good luck. Connected. I like how the ears join over here with the flowers that have little sweet faces on them. Darkness. We have the bats above. Egg. This little bird and that little egg. Elevated. Love how the mice are lifting this kitten up on their little gumdrop, the crown, little gumdrops on top. Explorers. We have a whale airship over here and some flying houses. We have a zeppelin, and this one has wings. Eyes and ears. We have eyes within the ears. We have little mice floating around. Fallen star, and here's that little fallen star right on top of the cat's head. Fisher King with a staff and a crown topped with a fish. I also love the little bubbles for jewels on this crown. Fog, because we all have those moments. Frogged, their little frog friend on top. Full circle. We have our little skeleton over here. This reminds me of a beanstalk. New growth. And speaking of new growth, here we are at growth. The little face on the flower looking down on this kitten. Homecoming. We have a mailbox, a cat here, a little bird over here, another cat over here up in the tree that has branched off these ears, a little star on top of this house. Imagination. We have some play fighting going on over here. I love how the trees came out of the ears and out of the tail. Lantern. We have some more bats, very friendly bats. Little juggler. Like how the feet are little springs. We have some juggling action going on here. Luxury. Flying champagne. Lovely little flower and shell in the ear. Fish delicacies. Magic potion. I feel like this cat is ready to get into some trouble. The messenger. And our spider is bringing down the 3 of Wands. We have the King of Cups here, and we have the 10 of Pentacles here. Nestlings with these sweet little bluebirds in the corner. Phases, we have the moons up here and more phases of the moon down here. Picnic, our butterfly and our cupcake. Little ladybug coming to join the party. Pink elephants. Possibilities. Purple rain with rain coming down. And we have 2 sets of wings. Red balloon with little kitten ears. Reflection. Love the face on the moon. We have some houses in the background, another telescope. An owl sitting over here. If you look at the mailbox, the flag is up. That means somebody's sending a message. Silly heart with our flying heart here. Some little red wings on top. I'm sorry, silly heart. Did I say silly heart? Silly heart. A sleepy time with our sleepy moon. Soul food with our bowl of rice. A happy flower. Sprinkles. Our cupcake. Our little mushroom friend. Some birds and their eggs have legs. Sticky situation. A little spider joining in. Stinker. Oh, the expression. We have a little stinker over here too. Temptation. We have some little angel critters down here and some little tempting critters over here. Tending. A little spider here. Some webs. Umbrella. Unicorn, their little horn. We have some little purple critters. Voices. This gives us 4 cats. Oops, 2 for the ears and 1 on the tail. And winds of change with some origami butterflies. And that is the Return to Catland Oracle. So like I said, because the backs of these are identical, you can combine both of these decks together, or you can keep them separate. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to read from each of the guidebooks. Instead of combining them right now, I'm going to read from each of the guidebooks. Well, I'm going to show you how I shuffle larger cards. So you can do a side shuffle, which gives you a chunky shuffle. You can do a hand over hand shuffle. Since these are lovely matte finish, they shuffle beautifully. Or if you want a really good shuffle, you can do a dealer's shuffle. Then they fan perfectly for you. So we'll pull 1 card from each deck so you can see what the guidebook is like. So we have Weaving from the Catland Oracle. Okay, so here's the page. You get 2 cards per page, and you have a little statement for each, a couple paragraphs, and the keywords. And I'm just going to pull this off screen so I can read this better for you. Weaving. Our keywords are consideration, opportunity, and connections. When weaving connections, you create magic within the world. A black cat sits, webs gather upon him, woven by a spider, busy at his work. He could easily destroy the webs, but he chooses not to. He does not see this creature as an annoyance, but instead embraces a chance to help another. Something smaller, more vulnerable, but connected to him. In life, you're constantly weaving connections. Your actions and words have an impact both on those you meet and on the world you live in. Be mindful of the effect you have on others. It can be more than you would ever imagine. You can be someone's hero or villain. Help them or wreak havoc on their lives. Which will you choose? I love this guidebook. I love how well it's written. I love the meaning of the cards. They're very beautiful. Let's move on to the Return. Put this over here for you. Let's look at the Return to Catland Oracle deck. And I will do the same shuffles here for you. Side shuffle. Overhand. And a dealer shuffle. And then we will draw a card. So for this one, we have Sprinkles. Again, here's that book. And this book is the same layout. You have 2 cards per page. And for Sprinkles, our keywords are celebrating life, good times, and blessings. Life is good. A family of birds nests on his head with more chicks on the way. Little creatures rest in his fur, and sweet sprinkles float down onto the cupcake he is saving for himself. What more could this little kitten ask for? He is surrounded by good food, good company, and good times. Give yourself permission to celebrate the joys in life, to savor life's sweets. Don't focus so much on what needs to be done that you miss what you already have. The people around you, the blessings. On darker days, they're harder to see, but that's when it's most important to seek them out, to remember the times you've shared. Live life. Don't just survive it. I love that. Absolutely love that. Love the cards. Love the books. They're fun. They're quirky. I love that there's 2 separate decks. I love that you can combine them. And since we are talking about the Catland Oracle, I want to show you some add-ons you can get through Joanna Nelson's shop. First, let me start off by saying, if you do purchase these decks, make sure you only purchase them through Joanna Nelson's Etsy shop directly. There are so many counterfeit decks out there, and Joanna Nelson is the only place you can legally buy these decks. I will link her Instagram, her Etsy shop, and where you can get each of these decks down below. But I also want to show you some other goodies you can pick up if you like the whole Catland theme. We have 2 6-inch bags. There's this one with the kitten. It has a zipper top. Love the thickness of this fabric. Very thick, very durable. And this one is also available in the shop. This one has a black zipper, and this one has a neon green zipper. She also has a full-size tote bag, which I'm not going to be able to fit on the screen, but I'll show you some of it. I'm going to insert some pictures so you can see the full tote bag. This is the tote bag. Again, that same really thick tote bag material. Here are a few photos of the tote bag since I couldn't fit it in on my table before. She has some beautiful reading cloths that are just so stunning. You could use these as scarves. Oops. Here's one of them. Again, I'm going to insert some photos for you to see them. They have a beautiful satin finish. Here is the other one. I'm not doing them justice here, but I will insert some photos for you. Here is an overhead shot of those tarot cloths on my kitchen table. They are 35 by 35 and are stunning. She also has postcards you can get of her different decks. She also has original artwork that's available on her shop. She has bookmarks of her different decks. This is from her Little Bug Oracle. Those creatures are also in the Monstero deck. This is from her Cosmo Beings Tarot deck. She has stickers available. And she also has little buttons available of some of her designs. So definitely be sure to check out her Etsy shop because She has a lot of extras over there. And if you love Joanna's art style, she has a Lenormand deck coming out shortly. The Kickstarter campaign will be going up in April, and it will feature some little monsters from her Monstero Tarot deck. So definitely keep an eye out for that. She posts little updates on her Instagram page, which again, I will link down below. I hope you enjoyed this Catland Oracle. And if you do, I'd love to hear if you have this deck or if you're interested in getting this deck. I love hearing from all of you. And if you enjoyed this video, please give me a like and subscribe. It helps my channel grow. Until next time, bye-bye.